Hello and welcome back to Three Princesses in a Muggle World. My name is Jenny and I am joined as always by my two best friends and co-hosts.
Hey everyone, it's Amber.
And Kasey, welcome back. And boy, do we have a fun episode tonight. Fun slash interesting, I think. See, Jenny, you wanna break down what we're doing today?
Sure. First I would well, first I would like to just point out that it was just a little over a year ago that Amber and I first started this podcast. So happy birthday to what was then two princesses in a Muggle world and is now three princesses in a Muggle world.
Aw, year old.
Look at us go.
That means it's almost the year anniversary of me joining you guys.
Yeah, I don't know exactly when you joined.
I think it was in the fall. But anyway.
But anyways, we digress. So moving on, we have decided to do Harry Potter pickup lines. So these are pickup lines, that use Harry Potter context. I don't know how else to explain it other than that.
They're based on, Harry Potter situations. Things like that. Items, characters, things like that. And there's so many of them. We have a whole universe. There is 7 books, 8 movies, video games, all this stuff. There's a lot of pickup lines.
Not only that, but we've also had some actors who have told us
Right.
pickup lines. I don't know if anybody has that one written down, but it's probably
Oh, I do. I
okay.
do.
Okay.
Fear not. That is my favorite one ever. So yes.
Okay.
But yeah, there's a lot. We're gonna try and get through as many as we can. I know I have a pretty long list. I'm sure my fellow co-hosts do as well. That's not even a scratch the surface of how many lines. Like I looked at 3 different articles with 100 pickup lines each, and they were almost all different. So there's quite a world out there dedicated to just Harry Potter pickup lines.
Quite honestly, I got to 8 and I was like, I could look at more, but I think 8 will do. So if we get past my 8,
Oh, okay.
then we might be in trouble.
I have like 28, so don't you worry. I can fill in that gap if needed.
What about you, Amber?
I don't know, I just have them written down on a piece of paper.
You have more than 8?
Oh yeah,
Okay.
I just counted them. I have 16.
Dang, I'm sorry. Um, anyways, let's jump on in since Kasey has, sounds like, quite a bit. I mean, you both do, but let's start with you, Kasey.
Okay. I'm going to start off with one that was actually used on me recently. I this one is interesting. So I peruse the dating apps a little bit. No judgments. And this was an opening line by a gentleman, and I'm just left with why, but I'm gonna share it with you guys, and you let me know if you got this out of the blue. How well is it gonna work? Okay. Never spoken to this person ever before, and this is the first line he dropped me. How did wizards ever get by without their poop removal spell? Ha ha.
What?
What? Without a poop removal spell?
Yep.
That's not a pickup line. That's a stupid question.
Yeah.
Okay. Yes, but also, it's a dating app. It's literally the first line to try to pick me up and get me to talk with him. So I'm counting it because it's stupid.
I guess technically, yeah. I guess when you put it that way, that yes, that's technically a pickup line, but um,
Now I can see why you weren't really sure if you wanted to add him or not.
yeah, I
All right, so Jenny, Amber, you got this line just sent to you. What are your feelings? Is this working for you?
Oh,
no. Why are we talking about poop? Like that's what's going through my mind is why is the first thing you're talking to me about is poop? Like, no.
See, that was my reaction. That was my reaction. And for anyone that's confused, let me break this down a little bit. So I don't know how long ago, it was a couple years ago, and J.K. Rowling likes to just give us information, or information we never really asked for. Um, and this was one of them. She told us that toilets were not invented in the wizarding world until I don't know if it was the late 18th century or like early 19th century, but it was significantly later than the rest of the Muggle world. And she told us that they would just go wherever they were and then use a spell to get rid of it. So, thanks, Kathleen.
I feel like I almost want to be like, okay, and moving on, because like if a guy sent that to me on a dating app, I'd probably like unmatch with him or whatever the case would be.
That's what I'm leaning towards because honestly, he's not cute enough to get away with this.
It's like, thank
I-
you, next.
I don't know. For me, when you were saying pickup line and it was questionable, I was expecting it to be like something like almost like dirty in the sense of like, okay, wow, that's pushing it for saying
It is technically dirty.
yes, but like not literal dirty. And I'm just like, I was not expecting that when you mentioned this to us, and I'm just like, every part of my soul is like, no, never mind. You know, it would be one thing. It would be one thing if it was like a dirty joke, but
Well, you know what? I wasn't expecting it either when I opened up the app.
yeah, I was expecting more of like a dirty joke type pickup line, but not a poop pickup line, and I'm just like, no, no. Uh-uh.
I just want to say my poor mother listening to our podcast right now is rolling her eye.
All right, so that is a fail. Moving on. Who wants to go next? Who's going to follow that one up?
Amber, I think it's all you because you have the second amount.
Okay.
Pickup line.
Let's see if I can say these without dying of laughter. Are you a Dementor? Because if you kissed me, I'd never recover.
Who's on my list?
I have one like that on my list, but not exactly that. So I'm like, keeping that
Several
one.
Dementor ones. I have several Dementor ones, but yeah. So, are you a Dementor? Because if you kissed me, I'd never recover. If a guy said that to you, would it work?
You know what?
Would you be like, okay, we can talk?
No, because I think of a Dementor. They are the most ugliest things. They are evil. So I'm going to be thinking about, like, do you think I'm ugly and evil? That's all I'm going to think about. So, no. For me, it's a no.
Also, for me personally, like, I don't even talk about kissing a guy on not even like the first date, let alone the first time we're talking. So it's just like, well,
Well, so
that's nice.
speaking of Kasey, like saying that, you know, Dementors are ugly, there was one that I came across that I was like, why would you even say this to a person? Like, technically, it was a Valentine's Day card thing, but I'm still like, why is this a thing we're saying to someone? And it was, you're such an ugly creature that only Hagrid would love you. And I'm like, why would you say that?
That's just rude.
That's like getting a block. Maybe even reporting the account.
Yeah, I'm just like, that's horrible. That is just horrible. No, don't say that to people. Okay, Jenny, what's your first one?
Okay, so obviously I'm gonna skip my Dementor one now. But are you using the Confundus charm, or are you just naturally mind blowing?
That one is cute kind of verges on cute. It's a safe one. It's not insulting. It's not gross. There's a chance, depending on who says it. I think there's a chance.
Like, obviously, at the end of the day, it all depends. Like, some of it does depend on who this is coming from. Like, ultimately, that does play a part. But as far as like the line itself, coming from the right guy, it wouldn't get him completely shut down. It wouldn't be a, ew, you're weird, get away from me.
Yeah, it's a nice, safe one, innocent one.
So I have to be like completely honest right now. When guys on dating apps try to use a line on me, I usually roll my eyes and like want nothing to do with them. Even if they're like super cheesy like that. Like I've had guys that are like, "You're so beautiful," or like, "You have a great smile," or whatever, and I'm just like, okay, because I don't know what to do. So.
No, I'm gonna be honest. I don't get very many pickup lines. For the most part, I can't even get them to message back. The one I got was like the first in a while. Yeah.
The only dating app I ever did, and it was the biggest mistake I ever made, was in college when I downloaded Tinder. Never, ever again.
Yeah.
We won't even go with what lines I got and what stuff people said to me on that app. Like, it was bad. It was so bad. Even from the people who claimed they were the same religion as me, I'm just like, whoa, no, shutting you down
Yep.
right now. Block,
Yep.
block.
Let's just say that I don't know if we would call this a pickup line because I had been talking to this guy for a while, but there is now a reason why I will not give anybody my Snapchat or my cell phone number if I don't know them. Because my parents used to be like, it's okay. Like, if something goes wrong, you can block them. And that's true. But I feel like off like dating apps, people are even more like willing to just say whatever the heck they want to say. And I'm just like, no. And I think I actually got somebody to match with me the other day because he's like, can I have your cell phone
And
number? And I said,
they
no.
can send you pictures. Most dating apps, they don't allow you to send just pictures. So, yeah.
Tinder does.
It does?
Mm-hmm.
I don't think it does anymore.
Then it must have changed since I had the app.
It must have changed in what's that, 10 years?
Yeah.
Yep, I'm gonna say, yeah, it probably has. Yeah, because I think it doesn't do that anymore because it's such a problem. Because guys are disgusting.
Mm-hmm.
No one wants to see you, okay?
Yeah.
Yep. But moving on, before this becomes more about our dating lives than about funny Harry Potter pickup lines, Kasey, your turn.
All right, so this comes from my favorite, my baby, Tom Felton. He actually got this line used on him. He had sent out a tweet, and I think it was like "Good night from my bed in London," and someone, a fan, they took a shot and they said, "Mind if I slither in?"
I love that one.
I saw that one and I about died.
And he said, "That was a good one. She almost got a retweet for that."
Yeah, I saw that one. That one was funny.
And you know what? If someone used that on me, a random stranger on a dating app, I might open up a conversation. I might do that just because I love it so much. It's so funny. The way Tom Felton told that story, I love it. So this one might open up a conversation for me.
For me, it definitely would depend on like who it was coming from and what kind of vibe I was getting from that person as far as like like looking at their profile, but there's a potential to get a conversation.
Yeah, I think so too. Like unless they like really meant it, like then I'd be like, you're a weirdo. But if it was just like, kind of a funny, cute thing, then I'd be like, that's good one.
I kind of feel like we're gravitating mainly to like use on dating apps. Does it change if you meet someone in person and they say this to you, like face to face?
I think again it depends on the line. And like some of my lines, they would only work in person in the sense, like with how the conversation with like how they are. But I do think it just would depend on a lot of different aspects as far as like in person and that.
So I'm sure you both have heard this story, and I'm probably going to get the houses mixed up, but apparently there was this girl and she was like wearing a Slytherin shirt and it was like around Christmas time, so she was out shopping. And then there was this guy.
No, she was wearing the Gryffindor shirt, he was wearing the Slytherin.
So vice versa. And anyway, so the guy looks at her and goes, 10 points for Gryffindor.
Yeah, and she said that she's like, I've never like enjoyed being hit on so much. So
I don't even have that written down, but we were just talking about like pickup lines in real life, and I'm just like, that is flirting done right. Okay.
You know what? I wouldn't like it. I would feel very objectified. I don't think it'd work for me.
like I said, I feel like it depends on in that situation. Not only does it depend on the look of the guy, but the tone that he uses and how he is looking. Like, if he's like looking into my eyes as he's saying that, it makes me feel like, okay, he thinks I'm pretty, like I have a pretty face. That's not so bad. But if he's like looking me up and down as he's saying that,
I think also depends on the situation. Like if we were at like a Harry Potter event, like one of the various locations that they have little fan stuff, maybe that'd be okay. But if I'm just trying to do my weekly grocery shopping and you say that, I'm not gonna. I'm just trying to get my potatoes. Okay, leave me alone. I'm not here for this. Yeah.
Now I just want to get you a Slytherin shirt because I don't think you have one, so nobody would be able to say that to you anyway.
I don't think I do. I mean, I used to have one, but I think it's gone.
I don't have an official Hufflepuff shirt. The only Hufflepuff related clothing I have is I have a black t-shirt that has love on it, that with the Harry Potter, like the Harry Potter symbols and that, and then and it's in yellow, so it's black and yellow for Harry Potter. But that's it.
I think I know what this year's Christmas presents are gonna be.
Yay!
I've got so many ideas for us, but okay. So
Whose turn is it? I don't know.
Amber, shoot us your shot.
do you play Quidditch? Because I think you are a keeper.
Man, now I need to cross that one off my list.
I have one. It's similar. You must play Quidditch. I know a keeper when I see one. But same vein.
Yeah. I saw like several different versions of like that kind of saying.
I think this is also kind of one that's like verging on cute, kind of has the light innocence to it, so it might work.
Yeah, I think it's cute.
I do think like, it would depend on the conversation a little bit. Like, and that, because I feel like right at the very beginning of a conversation, like let's say we're at like some sort of like party and this guy walks up and that's the first thing out of his mouth, that I'd find a little weird. But like if we were talking and then he used that line as kind of a way of trying to ask me to go on a date with him, then I'd be like, yeah, I like it. Let's go on a date type thing. But that's me.
Yeah. I think, of course, context matters with all of them, but if we're just looking at the pickup line itself, it does have potential of being a successful one, I think. Whereas some of these just, no matter the context, they're just not going to be a winner at all. But this one has potential, I think.
Yeah.
I agree. So I kind of did one without meaning to do one. Do you guys want me to do another one or?
Yeah.
Sure.
Okay. So I may not be the boy who lived, but I can still be your chosen one.
I saw that a bunch of times. I think that is very cheesy, but it's still on that kind of lightheartedness, and I think it does have the potential to work. Like, it would definitely make me laugh just because of how cheesy it is.
Yeah, it wouldn't be a straight up no for me. It would be a okay, let's see where this goes.
Yeah.
That's how I feel too. I feel like, quite honestly, I feel like a lot of these would work on me, but more like if I knew the guy better, like even if like let's say I've been dating him for a while, like and he was almost boyfriend status, and then he like pulled out some of these, I would just think it's hilarious, but also like super cute.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, Kasey.
All right. This one goes out to all my Drarry fans. I'm like Harry Potter and you're Draco Malfoy. I'm always thinking about you. You forget just how much Harry obsesses over Draco and what he's doing. Kind of almost stalkerish, but
Yeah, no. That would be a straight up, flat out, like I would look at you and just stare and be like, did you really just try to use that on me? And go, obviously you don't know me and I'm not giving you the chance after that one.
oh, okay, very strong.
Yeah, I I don't know. That one just is like, no, no, no. I'm good.
Jenny, are you as strongly opposed?
Well, I mean, as we've already discussed, I'm against Drarry. I mean, we all are for many different reasons. So yeah, I'm against it, but I don't think I'm like as strongly opposed. I feel like even in like the way that you just described it when you were like telling us about it, it's almost creepy. It's almost like creepy stalker status. It's like you're on my mind as much as Draco Malfoy. I'm like, that's weird. But so that's kind of where I'm at.
And see, that's why I kind of like it. I was just making a joke when I said it's dreary, because, like, it doesn't feel dreary to me. It just really feels like Harry was so obsessed with Draco. He was always like, he's doing something. He's a Death Eater. You know, he was on him every single movement. Not romantic, though. Like, to me, this doesn't feel like a Harry Draco romance. It's more like just a metaphor of, or I guess a simile, because it says like, um, comparing, you're always on my mind, just like Harry for 2 years straight wouldn't stop thinking about Draco and how bad he was. So like I think it's funny. It would have some potential, I think, for me.
Nope.
Good conversation starter. It's not necessarily a good pickup line. I'd be like, "Do you know what you just said?"
Yeah, I'm Tom Felton. How is that an insult?
Oh man, Tom Felton.
All right, who's up next?
I would have to say, if it came from Tom Felton, that would be totally different.
Okay, I said that there were some on this list that were just straight no's. If it came from Tom Felton, they probably wouldn't be straight no's for me. I could probably look past some of the really bad pickup lines and if they came out of Tom Felton's mouth.
I mean, there's certain
Yeah.
celebrities all around that I'm like, if you said that to me, I'd be like, yes, please.
I can ignore your red flags.
Yeah. Okay. The Sorting Hat has spoken. It says, I belong with you.
Okay, so the one that I have, it's actually my favorite, and it says the same thing, and it says, I belong in your house, and I just saw that. It's so hilarious.
I have one in the same. If I was the Sorting Hat, I'd put you in my house.
Yeah, I think it's cute.
Yeah. Okay. So,
Jenny's turn.
Okay, so my love for you burns like a dying phoenix.
that would give me stalker creepy-ish vibes, and it would be like, yeah, no. Not only is that bad, it's stalker creepy-ish, and I'm just, no.
Yeah. Plus, I feel like they don't mix. When you're talking about love and dying, those probably shouldn't be in the same sentence.
Yeah, when I like first read this one, I was thinking like my love for you burns like a phoenix, like because then it would be more of an everlasting type thing. Because phoenixes, they
Yeah.
they can't die pretty much. So yeah, like if you took out the dying, and once again, like Amber said, it wouldn't be like your opening line to me. It would not work. But like if we had been dating for a while and then you said this without the dying part, then I would think it's really cute.
Yeah, you take out the dying part, maybe. Maybe there's a chance. But don't make me think about
Yeah.
dying phoenixes when you're trying to profess your love to me. Like, that's just gonna make me sad.
Agreed.
I mean, like I feel like if let's be honest, a lot of pickup lines you can like turn to make them like almost an insult, like the whole "did you fall from heaven?" Because you look like an angel. It's like, what? Did you just call me Satan? Um, so like I feel like if somebody did like my love for you burns like a dying phoenix, you could be like, so what you're saying is it's soon gonna end and then it's gonna be reawakened in somebody else?
Yeah, that's a good point.
Yeah. Okay.
So your love's gonna stop for a little bit.
I'm just saying, I could probably come up with an anti-pickup line for all of these, so
Maybe we need to do an episode in the future on that, on anti-pickup lines.
anti yes.
Well, we've already got 2 so far that we've talked about on here. So
Okay, Kasey, what's your next pickup line?
Okay. I really like this because I feel like this could be from either Fred or George or Sirius. I can imagine one of these three saying it. Wanna go manage some mischief together? I solemnly swear I'm up to no good.
coming from the right guy, yep, it might get them. It might be a good way of talking to them. Like I might actually listen and be like, "Okay, you're clever. Let's talk."
Yeah, it's definitely got that cleverness, and yeah, I think this has a lot of potential depending on who says it.
Yeah, I like it.
Yeah, like some people when they would say it, you'd be like, "Leave me alone, you crazy weirdo." But other people, you'd be like,
Mm-hmm.
"Oh,
I
okay."
like it.
Tom Felton, yes, all right, let's go manage some mischief, let's go.
Hashtag Tom Felton.
We need to do the hashtag Tom Felton or something like that with these. Ooh, we should do a TikTok
Oh no.
where we talk about.
No, he looks at those.
Exactly!
All right, Amber, go for it.
We would guys by Tom
Go for it,
Felton.
Amber. This is your wheelhouse. You've got nothing to lose. Nothing to gain from it either, so go for it.
Okay, I think it's my turn.
No, it's my turn.
Okay, it's your turn. My bad.
This one was one that technically it showed up when I was searching for pickup lines, but technically on the actual thing says it's supposed to be a Valentine's Day card. But yeah, we're gonna go with it anyways. Will you be my whore crush?
No, instantly no. That one is cheesy, but in the worst way. That's no. I'm walking away from you because it's so bad and cheesy.
I agree. It's no.
Yeah, I agree too, but I was just like, okay, I need on here that are like absolute no's. So I was like, we'll put it down.
This one's, I think, a better Horcrux one. Are you a Horcrux? Because I feel like you've got a piece of my soul. That one's better. Not great.
And I still I saw that one and I didn't write it down because I was like, no.
That one I think has potential. But the other one, no. Walking away, you're blocked, you're. I'm going to curse you, no.
Yeah, like I said, I needed ones that were like absolute no's on my list, and so that one ended up on the list.
Okay, now is it my turn?
Sure, go for it. I don't even know anymore. We're kind of just going.
So I have you must be a snitch because I've been seeking you my whole life.
Uh, that one I think is also in the same vein. It's cheesy, but kind of in like a eye roll type of way. I feel like I'm gonna walk away from that one too.
I think it's really sweet. Amber.
I'm with Kasey on this one.
Yeah, no, it's grown worthy. You know, it's too cheesy. Okay, are we back to me? I don't know.
I think so.
Yes.
Okay. I'm down to cheesy ones too. I'm gonna go with this one just because it makes me laugh because it reminds me of the scene from the book. But are you a half alive Voldemort? Because you're always in the back of my mind, and it just instantly reminds me of when the Weasley twins were throwing snowballs at the back of Quirrell's head, which is Voldemort's face.
Yeah, no, no,
No,
no, no, no.
too
I
cheesy.
think it's clever, but also no.
It's not even that it's too cheesy. It's just disturbing.
Fair. Yeah, I don't think it'd work for me either.
Okay.
Who's next, Amber?
Yeah. If I ever found the room of requirement, you'd be the only thing in it.
I have that one too.
Yeah, I was gonna say I think I've seen that one.
I kind of like it, but also kind of don't. I'm like, I'm in the middle here. I don't know.
I
Jenny?
don't like it. I can't really explain why not, but
Yeah.
I do remember, like I said, I saw that one, and there was a reason I didn't write it down because I was just like, no.
Yeah, there's something about it I can't put my finger on, but it's not great.
Maybe
Yeah,
it's more of like, I feel like if I was in your room of requirement, then do I have no say?
Yeah, maybe. And like the
yeah.
room of requirement is really like objects. So like, am I just an object here? I don't know.
Yeah, I feel like part of it would definitely depend on like where it was coming from and who it was coming from. I definitely would not work for me if it was like you walked up to me, we've never met, and that's what you said as your very first thing to me. That would be an instant walk away. But if I had been like dating the person for a while and they said that, it would kind of just depend on had I been getting like red flags from you prior to that moment. And if I hadn't, I'd be like, oh, that's sweet and cute. But if I'd been already getting some red flags, then I'd be like, that's the last red flag I can do. Bye, dude.
Yes.
All right, real quick. Our timer's gone off. Let's do one more lightning round, real quick. Present what we feel is like a good ending one. So, Jenny, give us like one last like 1-2 punch pickup line.
So honestly, I'm down to my very last one, and it's not that great. Because it's it's a snitch anyways. It's another snitch. Are you a snitch because you're the finest catch here? And I also feel like that could be because you're the finest catch out there.
Cheesy. All right, Amber, what's your last one? Lightning round. Let's go.
Um, so
No
this one,
pressure, except also all the pressure.
All the pressure.
I'm not good with pressure.
Pressure, pressure, do
Under
it.
pressure.
Okay, so this would be a guy comes up to you in a party to say this. I think I must have had some Felix Felicis because I think I was pretty lucky to meet you.
Aw.
Oh, that's a little more on the sweet side. That might work.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, then I'm gonna end with a very cheesy one to keep the theme. Do you like Harry Potter? Because I a Dumbledore you.
Oh, I saw one that was kind
That's
of like
sweet.
that, and I debated about putting that one on my list, but I like it. It wouldn't be
I
a
don't.
no.
For me, it's no because I don't like Dumbledore, but that's a whole nother issue.
Well, yeah, I don't really like Dumbledore, so either, but it's still a cute little thing, and I wouldn't say no to the person. I would maybe talk to him and see.
So, I know that we're out of time, but as everybody knows, I have recently finished binge watching Psych, and the very last episode, like before the movies that they've been coming out with, Gus, gets this like message from Sean and pretty much just makes him like realize that he needs to do something big and fast. And there's this girl that he's like working with who has been reading Harry Potter, like reads it every day, just not every day, every year to like stay censored. And Gus says something about that as he's like trying to like win her over, and she ends up pepper spraying him. But anyways, I do think like if somebody did tell me though that like, they read Harry Potter every year to just say like centered, I'd be like, dude, yes.
Yep.
Like, I remember in high school or college, Amber, you were dating this guy who had never seen or read Harry Potter, and me and Kasey were both like, nope, dump him now.
and you, for some reason, you brought him to a Harry Potter marathon, and he was such a fun still.
Yeah. Yeah. We don't need to talk about him.
All right, so
Okay.
let us know, what was your favorite Harry Potter pickup lines from this episode? And also, feel free to drop your favorite lines that maybe we haven't talked about yet. So I'm sure we'll do a part 2 eventually, because there is literally thousands of Harry Potter related pickup lines. So,
And also let us know if you want us to find some Disney pickup lines that we could share with you.
Yeah.
ooh,
We could
I'm
do
sure
that.
there's plenty of those out there too. And if you're feeling brave, like Amber apparently is, go ahead and send some of these pickup lines to Tom Felton on TikTok. He loves reacting to things on there.
And let us know how that goes.
I'm saying just take a little clip from our podcast like you do, this little sound bites where we say like if the pickup line came from Tom Felton, some of these that would be no might actually be a yes, and tag him in it and see what he says.
I'm doing it under Amber's name.
That's fine.
Okay, so make sure to follow us on all the social meets, and we hope you have a magical week.
Bye.
Until next time, bye.